everything changes.
I was calling.
The audio.
That's how I call. You got a problem?
I'm my damn cell phone. I
hope so.
No.
How else am I gonna get through the day?
Yo,
What is that?
these nuts.
Oh, you already broke it.
Damn, you got hella gas. Who's giving before lunch? You said money.
Ooh, I'm enjoying.
Where?
Get the hell out of here.
I'll buy that from you. Let me buy that from you.
Almond Joys come second to Kit Kats. No, they don't.
Kit Kats? Yeah, what the hell? Kit Kats. Yeah, really.
You just got started.
Stop. Wait for that.
There's no difference.
A lot of people do not know
Why do I feel
What? The sun revolves around.
Yo, come on, Brian.
I'm right here.
He's like, yo.
He was like, what? I didn't do anything.
What is this? M1 iron.
The M1 iron?
Some people say that the Earth's
A
flat.
bunch of people. My Archer. Is that a monkey? The fuck you say? I beat your ass. Give a fuck if you're a female or
Look how OP that shit is. You couldn't imagine how much you saw. And then if you have it without, it's like you go like this, put on that fire, and it's like the last one from this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to sit down. I gotta tell you something. All right, yo.
Are you gonna take notes today?
Very little. Oh, yes, you are.
Alright.
Yo, whoa, guys, listen up. Miss Lakey class, yo, Darius, please. Miss Lakey class is gonna come in about 15 minutes. Oh, shut up! Okay, so.
Yeah, what you said. Hey,
Everyone's using it. Not everybody, but
They're gonna come in for about 5-10 minutes because Miss Lakey doesn't have the planetarium on her computer. I'm the only one that has it because I'm the only one that paid for it. So, there's no applause. So, Miss Lakey is gonna come in here for about 5-10 minutes while I review the planetarium. 1 second, while I review the planetarium with you guys. Listen. Besides the new stuff you're learning today, I'm going to review with you guys when Miss Lakey class is here. So, you are going to see the exact same things we've been seeing. I don't want you to sit there like zombies. Actually answer questions. The class that's coming in, I'm not going to lie to you, is the honors class. So, I don't care who you are, you do get some sense of entitlement, or you feel a little power over people when you are in a regular class like us, and you know more, not you, Carmel, and you know more than the honors students. What? Yeah. What? A little bit, yeah. So, the only thing I ask of you guys, listen, the only thing I ask of you, there's certain people in here, keep your mouth shut while we're going over it. Yes, you've seen the stuff we are going over, they haven't. To them, it's going to be brand new. What? Wherever there's an empty seat, they're going to stand in the middle. That's it. Sunday, what was your question? If she's a girl, she's sitting there. What girl is going to want to sit next to you? Oh, I'm sorry, Wildebeest. All right, so. What?
Everything is counterclockwise in space.
Every single thing. All right. So, what time of year is it when we have 14 hours of daylight? Summer. Awesome. Now today we're going to talk about Earth's rotation. We already talked about it, but today we're going to talk about proof. So before we get into Earth's rotation, guys, before we get into that, can somebody tell me what is the one piece of evidence we have that shows the planet Earth is revolving around the sun? What about the constellations?
They move around while like they're not. They're in different places every day.
Every
Every other
not
night.
every day, but every month. No, every month at least. Okay, so today we're talking about rotation. Take out your notebooks. Hey, mister, we have the definition for rotation. Yes, but you don't have this. Guys, come on, relax. So, you're actually going to like this part. Earth rotates. The sun moves across the sky at a rate of 15 degrees per hour. And when I'm talking about degrees, guys, I'm talking about longitudinal lines. Now, Jonathan, yo, pay attention, guys. You're going to like this. You're going to really like this. These are longitude lines. You understand that?
Yes.
What's wider, the lines at the equator or lines at the North Pole? The equator. Are they touching at the North Pole?
No.
Yeah, they touch it at the North Pole. So longitudinal lines, they touch at the North Pole. What's so significant about this? The sun moves across the sky at a rate of 15 degrees an hour. All right, you with me so far? However, at the equator, the lines are wider, more far apart than they are at the North Pole. What does that say about time at the equator? Time is longer. What that means, guys, if you're at the equator as opposed to the North Pole or South Pole, time moves much, much slower at the equator. If you were at the North Pole, guys, let's say you're at the North Pole. This desk is the North Pole, and they do, believe it or not, guys, they do have a pole that says North Pole. If it's Monday, take your foot down. If it's Monday, and you walk around the pole this way, now it's Tuesday. You go backwards, back to Monday again. This, listen, remember when I talked to you?
If I take my iPhone over there and go like that around it, it's usually like Tuesday and then like Monday and Tuesday and Monday.
Yes and no. Because if it was a satellite phone, yes. But the reason why your phone, AT&T, Verizon, it won't, because it takes, if you've ever been cross country in a car and you pass the time zone, you know it takes about 10-15 minutes for your phone to catch up with that time zone. If it was a satellite phone that used atomic
look at
time, completely different story. Yes, it would change time every foot you took. But listen, you can't do this. You can't, for argument's sake, Tuesday there's a game on. I want to go throw $1,000 on the game, but I want to make sure who wins. So now when you walk around the pole, it's Tuesday. Okay, who won? Okay, let me go back, walk backwards into Monday and make my bet. You can't do that. Yeah,
Hey, Mr. So
it's not real.
Listen, if you keep going like, it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Technically, yes. But in reality, no. It's just technicality. That's why I told you guys. Remember yesterday I was telling you that time does not exist? That's why. If you're at the equator, time moves much slower. If you're at the North Pole, time moves very quickly. Now, there are 24 hours in a day. So if there's 24 hours in a day in 24 different time zones, how many lines of longitude are there on the globe? 24. First person to answer that. Okay, how many people bet their parents that they didn't know how many time zones there were? Nobody? Gabe, you?
No, I was just raising my hand.
Nobody, right? Come on, man. Man, sound smarter than your parents. All right, next, solar noon. Solar noon. Now listen, you heard me say noon, noon, noon. I don't mean 12 o'clock. Solar noon, all it means is that the sun is highest in the sky for that day. So that's what I mean by noon. You don't have to draw that. I just put that as a frame of reference. What, Jonathan? All right. Now, we have constellations that prove the Earth is going around the sun. This is proof that we have that Earth is spinning. This is proof that Earth is spinning. The first one is called the Foucault pendulum. Write it down. We have two evidences that prove the Earth is rotating, and one is the Foucault pendulum. And for you guys, it's like, that's called the Foucault pendulum.
Hey, what'd you eat for dinner yesterday?
I think it was McDonald's.
What?
I thought you said you don't eat McDonald's.
Mister.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did, because,
What the fuck?
No, you said you ate
don't
like-
eat
oh
McDonald's.
no, you said you don't like McDonald's because of church, or something like that.
Oh,
You don't like church because of
you don't eat
McDonald's. There
McDonald's,
you
you
go.
eat it twice
You don't like what? He doesn't like church because of McDonald's.
It's not that. I don't like church. See, idiots. I didn't say I don't like church because of McDonald's.
Alright, there you go.
I said I stopped going to church because my mom didn't take us to McDonald's. And the money she could have taken us to McDonald's with, she gave it to the priest.
What the?
Exactly. Exactly. Listen, guys. I know for you guys it's like whatever when we're talking about this. You got to understand, people died for this. And I'm not talking about McDonald's or $20. No, people died because they proved that this was happening. This guy, Foucault, he took a pendulum, which is nothing more than a heavy weight on a string, tied it to a tree, swung it, put a piece of paper under it, threw ink on the pendulum. And next thing you know, the pendulum makes a complete circle on the paper without the pendulum moving. This happened about 400 or 500 years ago. What's so significant about it? Once he did that, he proved that the Earth was moving. He went to jail immediately after, died in jail. And then they decided afterwards, wait, this guy might be right.
He was dead.
He was already dead.
Somebody sold his credit.
Just because he said the Earth is rotating, the Earth is moving, we are not the center. So a better way to explain the Foucault pendulum. Yeah.
Wait,
Aristotle went to jail for that. Copernicus, all those scientists back then were either they put in jail or they were under house arrest the rest of their life.
how long was
What?
How long ago was this?
Oh, this was back during the Renaissance or before the Renaissance.
There was houses back then?
Guys. I didn't make one, so instead of me making one, Mr. Wizard here made one for you.
This is also a pendulum. Pendulum really is a weight at the end of a string or a chain or a rod. And the weight makes it swing back and forth like that. Okay? Now, I'm pretending this is a pendulum mounted on the earth. You see I have north, south, east, it's over, west is over here. Okay, I'm going to swing the pendulum, and then I'm going to turn the earth underneath it. You watch what happens.
Okay.
Like seriously, look.
It's moving. Well, it looks like it's moving.
What's moving?
The earth is, but it looks like the pendulum is.
Now, the pendulum is staying in the same plane, right?
The pendulum is connected to this metal rod that's connected to
Now
Earth.
watch. There's 6 hours. There's 12 hours coming up like that. Here comes 18 hours.
Hey, mister, who made time?
Here comes 24 hours. Notice the earth turned underneath now,
And it's still moving.
and it's still moving in the same plane. Now this is called the Foucault pendulum after the scientists who devised it. They built it in science museum.
So,
Great big.
I know, guys, it's only a minute video, but this is an awesome video that shows how Foucault pendulum works. I'm not even pronouncing it right. It's some French name. Foucault, whatever. I really personally don't know how to pronounce it. I pronounce it Foucault. So Foucault pendulum is the first way that we know that Earth is rotating on its axis. The second one, the North Star. Yes. So what is the one way that we know Earth is rotating? Foucault pendulum. The second way, the North Star does not move. It's constantly attached, not really, but constantly attached to the North Pole. So whatever the North Pole is, the North Star is right there. I will show you this in a minute. So I need somebody to go to Miss Lakiotis' class, Christian. They got to come out of my ass. Sit down. No, Carmelo, sit down.
Come on.
Because he's going to take 5 steps, go to that door, tell her whenever she's ready. So guys, remember what I said. I'm going to review the planetarium, so please bear with the class. Don't be dicks. Seriously, don't.
School will not be eradicated.
I don't ask you guys for much. Okay.
School will never be eradicated. Fuck. A lot.